Hello and welcome to Steam Executive. Um, the Success Brain. Today we are covering lesson 8. Lesson 8 is on eliminate your fear of failure and soar to greater success. So we'll just cover some understandings and some of the tips how we can move forward. So um, let's focus on this thing. So you have some understanding of ways in which you sabotage your efforts. And when you are uncomfortable with the idea of being successful, sometimes you are getting in your own way. And that discomfort is the result of fear. Everyone has some kind of fear. And the most common fear in those that want to be more successful is the fear of failure. So fear of failure can alter every choice we make. At the same time, this fear can be helpful. Some of us are able to use the fear of failure as a motivation to do our best work. However, most of us are influenced by this fear in a negative way. So we often change our plans altogether and find an alternate that feels safer, like a safe in status quo, safe in like a comfort zone. So this is a sure way to limit your results and experience feelings of regret. So I'll share um, today some useful tips, okay, to put the fear of failure behind you. So these are like a 9 tips. So number one is understand that failure is a part of the process. You are very lucky if you figure it out the right way to do something with your first effort. Short term failure is much more common anytime you want to accomplish something significant. You can expect failures to be part of the process. So keep improving your process until you are successful. Realize, number two, realize that the failure is only a temporary condition. A single failure is not a permanent condition. Failure is like a rainy day. Sunny days always show up again. Tip number three, find something meaningful. With enough motivation, fear is not an issue. For example, if you are feeling overly bashful at work, maybe you're not working in the right field or with the right company for you. So when you have enough passion for something, fear is much easier to overcome. Number four is failure is not personal. Failing only means that your approach was not the best option. It doesn't say anything about you as a person. Even the most talented people deal with failure on a regular basis. So a wrong choice is not indicative of a fatal flaw. Number five is very important tip. Stay present. You can't worry if your mind is not living in the future. It is only when you project a negative outcome that you become anxious. Reality is happening right now. The future is only a daydream. If you're going to think about the future, imagine success, that all is going to work out. But this very second, you are okay, and you will be okay in the next second too. Number six is very interesting tip. Learn to enjoy the fear. If your life is not in danger, being afraid is a sign that you are doing something new. Only new behaviors will change your life. Like there is a popular proverb that if nothing changes for you, nothing will change in your life. So no one wants to live the same day repeatedly. So that uncomfortable feeling is a sign that something amazing might happen. Number seven is very important. Minimize fear by taking action. The people that are most afraid tend to be the most paralyzed, but they didn't start out that way. You were not born afraid of the things that you fear today. So, but by giving into fear, you teach your brain that fear is an effective way to control your behavior, and it will continue ratcheting up the fear because it knows it works. Ignoring fear and taking action has the opposite effect. You can teach yourself that fear does not impact your behavior. In time, the amount of fear you feel will decrease. It's a natural process. Number eight tip is always look ahead. If you continue to allow fear to dictate your behavior, what will your look what will your life look like in 20 years? How would your life be different if fear didn't control your actions? So would you rather be a little uncomfortable now or be filled with regret for the rest of your life? And the last tip is a view failure as an opportunity to learn. Failure might provide a small sting, but the information you gain is invaluable. A few small improvements are often enough to turn a failure into a success. Look for the lesson and apply it to your next attempt. So some important reflection questions: that has the fear of failure had a negative impact on your life? Dealing with the fear failure is something everyone faces. So avoid allowing fear to dictate and limit your life. Remember that the fear is self-created. You can choose to have an attitude that supports your success. And that is just about wraps up your first module. Good work. The final lesson in this module contained a summary and reflection that will be everything together for you. So get started on these 9 tips which I just briefly described in this lesson 8. So embrace your many failures. Look back at every failure you have accomplished in your life, and that is right accomplished. Look at each of those failures and decide what you could have learned from each of them. How could you have applied them going forward from that point. Can you see how much you are able to learn from your failures if you embrace them? There are some additional resources. So please go through that. Okay. So, and there are some self-reflection questions that how can I use failures in a positive way? What lessons have I learned from my mistakes? What can I do daily to make my mistakes useful? And there is a very important story about believing in yourself and facing your fears. So remember to go through the story. Its story name is Spread Your Wings and Try. So, and good luck with your fears to overcome and make a progress. And I will see you in the next lesson. Okay. Bye for now. Thank you.